Hey there, my name's Luke McManus and I'm a documentary filmmaker. Really, I began making films a long time ago. In fact, on my last day of school, someone came in with a video camera belonging to their father, and you can actually see me in some of the footage trying to direct them and telling them to go in for a close-up and all this kind of thing. So I grew up in Bray, which was the only town in Ireland with a film studio, so making films was something that seemed like a possible career you could do. I mean, friends of mine's fathers were camera people and sound recorders and actors and that kind of stuff, so I guess I was born into it. This project is Nomadi, which is a celebration of Irish Italian music and film, and it came out of a collaboration I have recently been engaged with Antonio Breschi and his daughter Consuelo Breschi, who are two Italians who live in my community in Dublin 7, who are remarkably talented and interesting folk musicians. So I wanted to make a short film about Antonio, and then I wanted to put it on in the cinema, so the idea sort of came to pass that we could have a collection of short films and a live musical performance from Antonio and some guests. So I've collaborated with Italians in the past, Alex Sapienza, the cinematographer. We're also very lucky to have Luca Trufolelli from Perugia. So there's a really strong community of Italians working in Irish films, so this was an opportunity to celebrate them. I remember being an extra in a movie and watching it and thinking I'd been cut out of the film, and then years later someone said, "Oh, I saw you on the telly last night." And I said, "Really?" And they said, "Yeah, the Circle of Friends." So I realised that they'd used the same shoot for two different scenes and that I had actually made the cut. So if you watch Circle of Friends, the Pat O'Connor film about based on the Maeve Binchy book, you will see me dressed as a very creepy student priest in the 1960s. It's quite a sight. Yeah, I mean, this, as I say, this project it's a collaboration. I spend some time in Italy every summer in Umbria, and also where I live in Stoneybatter. There's the well-known restaurant Grano, and it's Wine Bar a Fianco, and now the bakery Banco, and you have the Little Italy wholesaler, and you have some friends who are Italian who are involved in Lilliput stores, and there's just been people around who are from Italy and very much part of the community. And funny enough, Bray, where I grew up, was also a place that had quite a number of Italians in it, and mostly in the fish and chip business, but also as pork butchers. So this historically is a seaside town. It was a place where the Casalatico crowd would end up coming to set up in business. So you had the Borzos and the Cassonis and the Mosconis and the Capranis were all part of the landscape when I was growing up as a child. The next thing around the corner, well, there's always a lot of projects going on in my life. I have a long gestating film about my home county of Wicklow that I'm hoping to get into production over the summer. I have another documentary, exciting sports documentary project that I'm working on that I'm going to be starting shooting in a couple of weeks. And yeah, I'm very, very lucky that I'm getting to do what I love and staying busy as a documentary filmmaker. It's not always easy, but no, things are great at the moment. It's really hard to think. I certainly can't speak Mandarin. I can speak Irish. Tá mé an Ryan's Gaelga leir tugus who made the an bumscoil trí Gaelga, so tá fós Ryan Gaelga go. But I'm not sure that counts as a micro superpower in Ireland. So I'm afraid you've got me snookered there.